Hi, and welcome to footballbook.pro. This video will give you an overview into what this site is all about. The first thing I want to alert you to is that we have a whole bunch of icons on the top of the screen which will take you to what we call the team portal. I'll go ahead and click on the Oakland Raiders logo and we'll see where that takes us. Okay, so what you'll see here is Oakland's schedule. So when I made this video, we were in 2009 week 4. So if we scroll down, we'll see this is Oakland's entire schedule here. Here's some latest news about Oakland. If you want to get to the official Oakland Raiders website, you can just click on the Oakland Raiders icon here. Okay, I'll go ahead and do that. And as you can see, here's the Oakland Raiders website loading. Okay, I'm just going to hit back because I don't want to show you the Oakland Raiders website. I want to show you our website. Okay, so you can also see the current weather in Oakland. So let's see, week 4, Oakland's on the road. So the weather in Oakland isn't that important, but later on we'll see that you can actually see the weather in all of the cities. This is the 2008 season recap, where Geo has written an article on all 256 games from both perspectives, the home and the visitor. You can go ahead and click on that if you like. So currently in 2009, as of week 4, or going into week 4, Oakland's 1-2. The previous year they were 5-11, and the year before that, in 2007, they were 4-12. You'll see their bye week is week 10. You can click on this picture to get their roster and to get their depth charts. Okay, that's what the portal's all about. Let's go back to the home page. This middle section contains a bunch of articles that will help you make better wagers in the coming week. So what you see here is some turnovers, stats that Geo has put together, and some rankings that Geo and Lovey have basically derived, where they group all the teams into 6 categories, with the first categories being the elite teams, and the 6th column being the teams that will pretty much lose. Okay, so then here we have here's a feature called Joker of the Week, which I'll get to in a bit. The point being that the middle article contains, the middle content contains mostly articles. And then you can see some. Here's our register button, for instance, and now I just want to alert you to this icon here. This icon will allow you to watch a video of the page that you're currently on. Some context-sensitive video. We don't have all the videos made, but as we see the need, some pages are pretty self-evident and don't need a whole lot of explanation. Anyway, if you see this, you can click on it, and if you see this little play window here, this will let you listen to some audio help. If you click on the weather on the map, for instance, you will get a map of all of the NFL cities and what the weather is. Now, what we're going to do is show you the current weather, but if you want to see extended forecasts, by all means you can click on the full forecast and get more information. Keep in mind, some of the stadiums are indoor stadiums, so what I've just done when they're indoor stadiums is I've just gone ahead and written indoors and just made the temperature an arbitrary 80 degrees Fahrenheit. But that's not always going to be the case. So we can see, for instance, here Cleveland's at home, and the weather in Cleveland is, it's 55 now, and if I could go ahead and click on the forecast, but I'll let you do that at your own leisure. Anyway, that's the weather page. So it'll show you all of the games for that week. Okay, and weather's important because if you're going to place an over/under wager, and you know that the field conditions, for instance, it's natural grass and it's going to rain and there'll be sloppy field conditions, you might want to bet an under. So weather's important when it comes to wagers, depending on the type of wager you're making. Okay, so we've seen the home page, we've seen this weather page now. Another feature that we have is the chat feature. So I'll go ahead and click on the chat. Our chat is a Flash-based chat, so you'll need to have Macromedia Flash or Adobe Flash or whatever it is called these days. You'll need Flash, and so what you can do, you'll see here that there are a few. There's four actually. Currently, there's four chat rooms, and the first two you can only get in on specific times. So, for instance, when I made this video, it was Thursday, but it was 2 p.m. So I'm going to go ahead and try and access that one. Of course, it's going to tell me to log in first. So what I'll do, I will just go ahead and type in my password. Now, where are you going to get your user ID and password? Well, when you registered in our forums, you had to type in a user ID and password. The user ID and password in the chat is the same as the user ID and password in the forums. So I'll go ahead and type my password. I will say login. So I'm logged in, and even though I'm logged in, I'm going to go ahead and click on the Thursday night NFL, but it's going to tell me that the room is closed, okay, and that it's only accessible at 7 p.m. tonight, from 7 to 8. Similarly, I'll try and click on the Sunday morning chat, and it won't let me in there either. So what our goal is for these two chat rooms is to have them, for instance, if you're in a Friday office pool, you might want to get the latest info from Geo on Thursday, so you can make your, put in your picks on Friday. Now, for people out there who are playing ProLine or any lottery, or whether it's with an online book or anyone else, we're going to have a Sunday morning chat where, again, you can get the latest info. Now, of course, the latest info on practicing, the official lines or rosters are released after 12 noon on Sundays, and that doesn't give you a lot of time to get your wagers out, but Gio will give you the latest info that he has based on who's practiced and how much participation they had in practice. We have two more rooms that are open all the time, so I can go ahead and just click on. Okay, that sound came from the chat. I can just go ahead and click on the chat. Now, for the purposes of making this video, I've made my window a nice size that will fit on YouTube, but you can maximize your window or so that you don't have to scroll so much. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and type hello, and I'll say send, and then you'll see that it wrote hello. Now, I'm the only one in this room, so there's no point chatting a whole lot, but I'll click this button right here to exit the room, and if I want to, again, that's the chat sound. And if you want to log out, just hit that button again. Now, the database page, I believe, is one of the items that really separates our website from a lot of other websites. So what we've done is we've put all the games into our database going back to the year 2000, and you know what, the best way to show you what it's all about is to go ahead and hit a query. I would like to. You always have to type in select star from results. Okay, so now I'm going to give some criteria. I'm going to say where v score, which is the visiting score, is greater than 40, and the home score is 0. So that's basically show me all the games that had the visitors score more than 40 points and shut out the opponents at home. A potentially ugly situation, but let's go ahead and hit the query button. Okay, so we'll scroll down and we'll see that it's happened 3 times since 2000, and Atlanta beat Carolina at home 41-0, and Seattle, beat Philadelphia at home 42-0 no, in 2005. So if you actually wanted to see a little bit of info, you can actually click on this magnifying glass, and what that magnifying glass will do is it will take you to NFL.com, and it will bring you to the story or the article or the background behind that particular game. So again, let's just remember it was Seattle 42, Philadelphia 0. Okay, so here comes the NFL.com website loading. So we will see that wow, how do you go 8 attempts and